Hello guys, welcome back to Chris Poly channel. This video I want to share about any tips how to get perfect fairy skill after new fairy update. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, after 17 August 2022 maintenance update, outside Korea server we just got major update for fairy content, either increase maximum level and new skill for this fairy. But take notice this increase maximum level only apply on Radiant Fairy only. And after this update come, only Radiant Fairy can learn this new skill, Continuous Care. And if your fairy have this Continuous Care skill, your fairy will able to help you to automatically consume 5 until 20 different food, draft, elixir, perfume, and any scroll item. As you can see, this is my fairy. My fairy is Brilliant Fairy. This is tier 3 fairy. And after this update come, any other lower tier fairy other than Radiant Fairy still have same level cap as before. As you can see, for this Brilliant Fairy, tier 3 fairy still have maximum level 30 and only can learn 4 skill for this tier 3 fairy. And if you have same condition with me, that you have tier 3 fairy, Brilliant Fairy that have level 30, you have 2 options to get Radiant Fairy, either sprouting it to tier it up your fairy, or release this fairy and get the new one. But take notice, if you sprouting your fairy, when you get next tier for your fairy level will reset to become level 1 again, and also all your skill from previous tier will be gone. So I didn't recommend you to sprouting your fairy if you have Layla Petal to try to get Radiant Fairy instantly. Because if you get fresh fairy from Layla Petal, this is have some effort that you need to level up it again until level 50 and get random fairy skill. So in this case, I will release my old fairy and then trying to get Radiant Fairy from Layla Petal. And also don't worry if you already have another fairy custom appearance like I have. As you can see, actually this is fairy outfit that I purchased it from previous Halloween event from per shop. And if you release your fairy costume still there and you still can use it after you get new fairy in future. Okay, for this fairy content, I already prepare more than 1000 Layla Petal to get Radiant Fairy. Because to get Radiant Fairy is very RNG. And to exchange this Layla Petal, if you haven't touched fairy content, you can do prerequisite quest. If you open your quest page and go to Suggested tab and scroll down, you will see this Adventure Support level 53 Fairy Mysterious Companion that you can do these 5 quests as prerequisite quest to exchange this Layla Petal. And at the last quest, actually this is daily quest that you can do it once every day, but don't worry, you still can exchange your Layla Petal to get random fairy from the Sealed Fairy Wings. Okay, after you finish one-time family quest from the Suggested tab, you just need to go to Kamasil Temple at Media region to meet this NPC Teia to finish this daily quest Lifelong Friend. And then to finish it, you just need to hand over this Layla Petal 2 times and you will finish this quest and get these Sealed Fairy Wings. And when you open these Sealed Fairy Wings, actually this is RNG item that you can get randomly any type of fairy. As you can see, I just got this Glimmering Fairy Wings. Actually this is tier 2 fairy. And don't worry, if you talk to this Teia NPC again and then go to exchange menu, she have option to exchange this Layla Petal 2 pieces to become Sealed Fairy Wings 1 piece with unlimited number. Okay, I just exchanged this item, but actually I too fast to exchange this item and I suddenly confirm to get 729 pieces this Sealed Fairy Wings. Actually you didn't need this Sealed Fairy Wings so much. Maybe 50 until 100 pieces Sealed Fairy Wings, you will get this Radiant Fairy. Okay, I will try to open all these Sealed Fairy Wings to get Radiant Fairy. And when your inventory got full from any type of fairy, I recommend you to exchange this fairy for tier 3 fairy. You just need to talk to this heroine NPC at Kamasil Temple and choose this exchange menu, and you can exchange your Brilliant and Radiant Fairy to become Mythical Feeder. But I recommend you to exchange your tier 3 fairy that you get from this opening to get Mythical Feeder, because you didn't need this tier 3 fairy, Brilliant Fairy, and you just need to aim Radiant Fairy from this opening. And then any leftover tier 1 Fan Fairy and tier 2 Glimmering Fairy, you just need to talk to Shailene NPC beside this heroine NPC to exchange it to become Sweet Honeywine, either 1 piece for its Fine Fairy and 3 pieces for its Glimmering Fairy. And you can use this Sweet Honeywine to level up your Radiant Fairy when you get it, and just do the same thing until you get Radiant Fairy. As you can see, I just got this Radiant Fairy after opening 99 Sealed Fairy Wings. And to use this Radiant Fairy, if previously you already have active Fairy, you need to release it first. Okay, I just released my old Fairy, and after you releasing your Fairy, you will get some amount of Fairy powder on your character inventory that you can sell it to get some silver. And after that, I will use this Radiant Fairy Wings. But to activate this Fairy, I need to go to near Young Kamasilf tree at Kamasilf Temple on Media region at this location on map. Okay, after I arrive near this Young Kamasilf tree, I just need to use this Radiant Fairy and just wait a while, and you will see this new Fairy will appear, and you just need to name it and confirm it, and I just activate my new Radiant Fairy. As you can see, this new Radiant Fairy is still level 1, and I need to level up this Fairy until level 50 to learn additional 5 new skill. It's reaching 10 level. And to level up this Fairy, if you go to Fairy user interface and click growth, you can use Sweet Honeywine or Ornate Dark Honeywine, but I didn't recommend you to use these 2 items first, because as you can see, this Sweet Honeywine have price around more than 1 million silver. And you can level up your Fairy using any kind of gear with 0 enhancement level, either green, blue, or yellow gear. But I only recommend you to level up your Fairy using the cheapest green gear and blue gear. So I recommend you to check your central market to purchase any plus 0 enhancement level for any green gear or blue gear that available from your central market server. But take notice, your Fairy only can consume plus 0 enhancement level for any kind of gear. So don't purchase any enhanced gear from central market to level up your Fairy, because your Fairy will not accept any enhanced gear. As you can see, by consuming any kind of green gear with 0 enhancement level, you will get the cheapest price to get Fairy experience to level up your Fairy. But this is bit takes time to level up using green gear or blue gear, because you need character that have bigger inventory slot, and also any green gear with 0 enhancement level availability on central market is limited. And if you already consume all green gear with 0 enhancement level from your central market, you can start to give your Fairy any kind of blue gear like Lemuria or Akum gear from central market. But take notice, for this Lemuria and Akum 0 enhancement level price ordinarily same as Sweet Honeywine. So you also can consider to use this Sweet Honeywine that you get previously by exchange tier 1 until tier 2 Fairy that you get from opening Sealed Fairy Wings previously. Or you can get this Sweet Honeywine by doing cooking using cooking utensil from your residence. Using this ingredient, 2 pieces top quality cooking honey that have blue grade, full-bodied exotic herbal wine, 4 pieces, 10 pieces sugar, and 2 pieces any kind of fruit. And as you can see, from level 26 until level 49, I need additional 143 Sweet Honeywine to level up this Fairy. Okay, I just use this Sweet Honeywine to fast level up my Fairy to level 50. And as you can see, I just got all this skill until level 49. And I just need to use another 1 Sweet Honeywine to level up until maximum level 50. And I just got the last skill. And I recommend you to level up your Fairy first until maximum level 50. And then you can use Theia Orb to exchange your unwanted skill to become your desired skill. But take notice, for Radiant Fairy, because Radiant Fairy has more than 5 skill, you need 5 orb to exchange your skill 1 time. And you can get this Theia Orb by free from any event on Black Desert World, either event daily login or any event exchange. But usually we only can get this Theia Orb by spending some pearl. And take notice, number of pearl that I show you on this video, this is come from SEA server, and for sure for another region server have different number of pearl for any per item on per shop. But mostly all this price in real life value money nearly same from any region server. And if you watch this video before 31 August 2022, we have special event loyalty shop that you can purchase Theia Orb 15 pieces using 100 point loyalty only. Actually, Per Abyss just released this loyalty Theia Orb because of this new Fairy update. And as you can see, when I try to search any Taya orb that I have on my account, I have some of Taya orb that I already have from previous event, either exchange event and daily login reward that this Taya orb transfer to my Black Spirit save. Okay, after I collect all my Taya orb on my account, total I have 27 Taya orb right now. Okay, just use this Taya orb by right-click it, and you will go to this fairy information, and then you just need to click this change skill menu, and choose any unwanted skill that you want to exchange, and you can see any percentage to get any possible skill from this exchange. And I recommend you to start to change your skill after your Radiant Fairy have reached level 50 and get 6 skill, because if your fairy have 6 skill, you will have higher chance to get another new skill from this list. Even you will consume 5 pieces Taya orb at the same time because your fairy have more than 5 skill, but I think this is more worth it to minimize any new skill that your fairy can learn from this list. And the good news, you have higher chance to get the highest tier for each skill, and Prebis already said to have lower percentage to get lower tier skill, so you have higher chance to get highest tier for each type of skill. Okay, I will reroll my continuous care 1 after I click my continuous care 1 and then click this change skill that mention 5 Taya orb required. This confirmation will appear and you just need to confirm it and just wait a while to exchange this fairy skill. And as you can see, I just replace my continuous care 1 to become inaccessible well 5. Actually, from all this fairy skill, I want to aim continuous care 5 and also Morning Star, because I very often to use Morning Star skill to have good lightning around my character at night time. Okay, for next roll, I will replace this Tingling Breath because I didn't need underwater breathing from this fairy skill. But when I try to exchange it, I just got continuous care 4. Actually, this is good improvement. And next, I will exchange this inaccessible well 5 to get Morning Star skill. And take notice, for example, if you exchange this inaccessible well 5, you will not get continuous care 5 or Feathery Step 5 because my fairy already have this skill from another tier and your fairy cannot learn two same skill at the same time. Okay, I just exchanged this skill and I very unlucky, I just got back this Tingling Breath 2, so I just need to exchange this skill again. And once again, I'm very unlucky, I just got back this Tingling Breath 1. Okay, just exchange it again. And once again, I'm very unlucky, I got this Tingling Breath 2 again, so I just got Devil Loop from this exchange. And my Taya orb already depleted, only have 2 left. So I need to purchase more Taya orb from Pershop. But when I record this video, actually Prebis just released some promotion for this fairy pack that I can purchase this Taya orb more cheaper than normal. So I just purchase it to exchange this last skill, Tingling Breath 2. Okay, I just hope to get Morning Star skill from this exchange. And after this exchange finish, I just got back this inaccessible well 5 from this exchange. Okay, I think I need to satisfied from this skill exchange because this is very RNG. And actually, if you have this per 10, that you can purchase it from per shop. And if you activate this 10 and go to its shop, we also can purchase this Atanis Firefly, either small or normal Atanis Firefly. But if you use this Atanis Firefly, we can get better lightning at night time for set amount of time, and we cannot turn it on or off anytime, like activate it from fairy. Okay, that's all my process to get perfect fairy skill after new fairy update. And to more easy understanding this process, I already make special schematic for you to get perfect fairy skill from this guide. As you can see, after you do this one-time family quest, you can exchange this fairy petal that you get from monster loot, gathering, quest, or any event. And then you just need to exchange it 2 pieces fairy petal to Taya NPC at Kamasil Temple, and then open the sealed fairy wings. But take notice, to open the sealed fairy wings is RNG that you can get randomly either tier 1 until tier 4. And the aim for this opening, of course you need to get this Radiant Fairy tier 4 and any other tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 fairy that you get from opening sealed fairy wings. You can exchange it to become Sweet Honey Wine for tier 1 and tier 2. And for tier 3, you also can exchange it to become Sweet Honey Wine, but I recommend you to exchange it to become Mythical Feeder, that this Mythical Feeder is very precious item to do tier 10 mythical horse attempt. That I got you more detailed info for tier 10 mythical horse attempt on this special video. You can check it for more detail. And then just save your sweet honey wine that you get from exchange this tier 1 and tier 2 for leveling your Radiant Fairy in future. And if you already have this Radiant Fairy, tier 4 Fairy, you just need to use it near the Young Kamasilf tree at Kamasilf Temple on Media region. But take notice, to replace this fairy, you need to release your previous fairy first, and then just give name for your new fairy. And after that, just level up your Radiant Fairy to become level 50 first by using any +0 gear. And I recommend you to use cheapest green until blue gear. And the last, you also can use sweet honey wine to more easy level up your fairy until level 50. And after you get level 50 fairy, you can start to change your fairy skill using Theia Orb. And because for Radiant Fairy, more than 5 fairy skill, you need 5 pieces Theia Orb to exchange it one time. And take notice, for fairy personality, either Serene, Joyful, Prim, Alof, and Meticulous, this fairy personality only affect for your fairy color when activate Morning Star skill. And also this fairy personality only will affect your fairy conversation. But take notice, if you get Serene Fairy, looks like this Serene Fairy will keep silent and will not talking with you, even you activate this fairy voice on your setting. And you can find this fairy setting from setting menu, and then go to audio setting, and go to volume setting, and scroll down. You will see this fairy volume setting that you can turn it on or off. And you also can setting how much volume for your fairy voice on this menu. And if you feel your fairy very chatty, you just need to turn it off, so your fairy will keep silent when you play Black Desert Online. Okay, that's all guide to get perfect fairy skill from this guide. And the last, I will show you how to use this continuous care skill. You can access this continuous care setting from this fairy information by click this auto use setting. And from this menu, you can choose any kind of meal, draft, elixir, perfume, or scroll that your fairy will auto use it over time after your specific buff duration is end. And don't worry if you have lower tier meal. As you can see, I can use multiple meal at the same time, so your fairy will try to stack any meal buff after your satisfied buff is end. And also don't worry about any elixir, because if you activate draft elixir, any other low tier elixir will not activate. And also for any kind of scroll, you can use multiple scroll, but if there are any scroll that cannot stack at the same time, this notification will appear that you only can select one of these buff at the same time. And the most convenient, you can put any buff on family inventory to activate it using this continuous care skill from your fairy. So you can put any buff that you need on family inventory to use it to any character in your account. And to unlock this family inventory, you can follow my guide for family inventory questline and how to upgrade and use it in this video. You can check it for more detail. And also there are 3 presets that you can set for any 3 different needs, either life skill, combat, or etc. And to activate this fairy skill, after you setting any buff that you want to activate and confirm it, you just need to right click this auto use food and elixir menu, and you will see this icon will active with circling animation, and you will automatically use your buff when your specific buff duration is end. So your character will get any buff continuously active. We don't need to remind any buff that already end its duration. And to turn it off, you just need to right click again this icon, and this animation will stop, and you just deactivate this skill from your fairy. Okay, that's all any information that I can share about to get perfect fairy skill after this update. And let me know on this comment section if you have any difficulty from this content. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, Dubiadut, Jimmy Snake, Doki, Angel, Ayrton, Kesuban, Killsteel, Remy, Token R42, Demonite, Cozy, Tuckwheel Channel, Jack Morris as gold member, and also all my silver and bronze member. Thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Chris Poly channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video, depend on your support level. And be noticed, for some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. and I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all how to get perfect fairy skill after new fairy update. Hope you can get your desired fairy skill using any tips on this video. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.